Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about the power of photography. I want to look at some photos which can tell us a lot about ourselves, where we came from, and hopefully help us make better decisions about where we're going. One can always hope. My name is Brian Carey. Welcome to Photography and the Creative You. Photography can be many different things to many different people, but perhaps its greatest achievement is in bringing to light what it means to be human. From the deepest sorrows to euphoric joy, it's a visual encyclopedia of who we are, our personality, our experiences laid out before our eyes. And some of the people that do this are photojournalists, and one of my favorites is W. Eugene Smith. William Eugene Smith was an American photojournalist. He's been described as perhaps the single most important American photographer in the development of the editorial photo essay. Among his work is this photo on the pollution which damaged the health of residents of Minamata, Japan in the early 1970s. This one is called Tomoko in her bath. From 1971 to 73, Smith and his wife Eileen took thousands of photos in order to bring attention to the Minamata disease, a type of mercury poisoning. It's very powerful, and no doubt that's what drew my eye to it. You see a picture here of Tomoko being cradled by her mother in a bath, as her mother gave her a bath. And this helped bring attention to mercury poisoning victims and their struggle for recognition and compensation all over the world. It's easy to think of other people as different. They may look different, dress different, and come from different cultures. But if you look beneath the surface, we all primarily want to live peaceful and prosperous lives for us and our families. Our desires, our dreams, and our hopes, the love we have for our families is so much alike. And of course, it's important to note the archaeological and biological record. 50 to 70,000 years ago, our ancestors, yours and mine, left the Great Rift Valley of Africa. And 500 years ago, when Europeans traveled to the Americas, they met up again. This photo is called Laughing at Auschwitz, the concentration camp. And here we see the gaiety and fun being had by the Nazi personnel at the concentration camp. This is among a collection of photos which include these personnel putting up a Christmas tree and celebrating Christmas. And you might find they probably look a lot like someone we know, or maybe even look somewhat like ourselves. Sebastião Salgado is a Brazilian photographer who worked for the International Coffee Organization in the early 70s and spent some time in Africa, where he abandoned his career as an economist and took up photography. His other major work and books include The Other Americas, Workers, Migrations, and Genesis. And what may be his last photography project, he's focusing on protecting Amazon tribes from the infiltration of COVID-19. And here are some of his photos. In 2020, Salgado and his wife Leila worked towards raising awareness and support to protect the indigenous people from the infiltration of COVID-19. The idea is to keep gold miners and loggers away from these tribes. In an interview with The Guardian, he says, it will be genocide because we know this is going to happen. We are facilitating the entry of coronavirus, and therefore permission is being given for the death of these indigenous people. Throughout history, viruses have wiped out large populations of people who have not built up an immunity to these diseases. We should remember that when Europeans began to come to the Americas 500 years ago, they brought smallpox along, which has been blamed for killing up towards 90% of the native populations because they had no immunity to it. The last photo I want to show is what some people said helped put an end to the Vietnam War. It's by Vietnamese-American photographer Nick Ut, and it's called The Terror of War. It's also known as the Napalm Girl. On June 8, 1972, in a battle between North and South Vietnamese forces, an aircraft mistakenly dropped napalm on a village as the villagers were fleeing and running for safety. Napalm is a highly flammable sticky jelly which is used in incendiary bombs and flamethrowers. It consists of gasoline thickened with special soaps. And one of these fleeing children was a 9-year-old girl named Kim Phuc, who was so badly burned she was not expected to survive. The photographers helped take Kim and some other children to the hospital, and she suffered third-degree burns on 30% of her body. She spent 14 months in a Saigon hospital. This photo helped play a role in bringing the horrors of the Vietnam War to the public. And I'm happy to say, in 1997, Kim settled in Toronto and is the author of Fire Road, The Napalm Girl's Journey Through the Horrors of War to Faith, Forgiveness and Peace. These photos are a reflection of the human experience that is our history. And if we can appreciate and learn from them, we can build a better future for ourselves and our families. As philosopher Bertrand Russell once said, I don't wish to change my hopes for the world. I'm prepared to change my beliefs about the state of the world, about what happens, but not about what I hope. Me too. I'll leave links below. You can find out more about these photographers and their work. And I've got more videos on the way. Thanks for watching.